What if I told you that right now, inside your body, there is a hidden chemical switch that can temporarily give you actual superpowers? A switch that removes all limits from your muscles, stops you from feeling pain, and turns you into a perfect survival machine in less than 1 second. Today, we are looking into the terrifying science of adrenaline and the extreme capabilities of human biology. But this isn't just a science lesson. This is your ultimate English listening practice. No boring grammar rules, just deep, fascinating stories to upgrade your vocabulary and train your brain to understand native English naturally. Grab your headphones, relax, and get ready. Put your translation guesses in the comments below if you hear a new word. Let's unlock your brain's potential.
To understand adrenaline, we have to look at how our brain reacts to danger. Imagine you are walking through a dark forest, and suddenly you see a massive bear. In less than a millisecond, a tiny part of your brain called the amygdala sends a panic signal. It's like hitting the big red emergency button in a nuclear power plant. Your brain doesn't care about your plans for tomorrow. It only cares about keeping you alive right now. It immediately commands your adrenal glands to release a massive flood of a hormone called epinephrine, or as we commonly know it, adrenaline. Once adrenaline enters your bloodstream, your body undergoes a terrifying transformation. Your heart starts beating at an unbelievable speed, pumping blood away from your stomach and skin, and sending it straight into your major muscles and lungs. Why? Because your body is preparing for a brutal fight or a fast escape. This is known as the fight or flight response. Your airways dilate to take in maximum oxygen, and your liver instantly dumps all its stored glucose directly into your blood, giving you an immediate, explosive wave of pure energy. But here is where the science gets truly mind-blowing. In everyday life, your brain protects you. It puts a limit on your muscles. Usually, you use only about 60% of your actual physical strength. Why? Because if you used 100%, you could literally tear your own tendons and break your own bones. But when you are in a life or death situation, adrenaline removes this safety limit. This triggers a phenomenon called hysterical strength. There are documented medical cases of regular mothers lifting 2-ton cars off their trapped children. Adrenaline makes you biologically superhuman. However, this incredible power comes with a heavy price. Adrenaline completely turns off everything your body doesn't need for immediate survival. It stops your digestion, suppresses your immune system, and changes your perception of time. People who survive extreme accidents often report that everything felt like it was moving in slow motion. You stop thinking, and you start acting completely on primal instinct. Furthermore, your brain shuts down its rational, logical thinking center, the prefrontal cortex. You become a creature of pure survival. But what happens after the danger is gone? The adrenaline crash is just as intense. Your body suddenly feels completely exhausted. Your hands might start shaking violently, and you might feel a sudden wave of deep anxiety or sadness. This is your nervous system trying to balance itself out after being in overdrive. In modern society, we rarely face wild bears or lift cars. But our brains can't tell the difference between a real life or death situation and the stress of a school exam, a difficult job interview, or a fight with a close friend. Your body triggers the exact same chemical storm. But adrenaline isn't just about survival in the wild. In the modern world, some people actively chase this chemical high. We call them adrenaline junkies. These are the individuals who jump out of airplanes, climb skyscrapers without ropes, or race cars at insane speeds. When they do this, their brain releases a powerful mix of adrenaline and dopamine. It creates a feeling of absolute freedom and intense euphoria that can become highly addictive. However, adrenaline has a much more noble purpose in modern society. It is one of the most important life-saving medications in the world. In medicine, it is called epinephrine. If a person has a severe allergic reaction, known as anaphylactic shock, their blood pressure drops dangerously low, and their airways close up. A single quick injection of epinephrine instantly reverses this process. It opens the airways and restarts the heart. It is also used during cardiac arrest. When a patient's heart completely stops beating, doctors inject adrenaline directly into their system to shock the heart muscle back to life. It is literally a chemical resurrection. Think about it. The exact same hormone that helped our ancestors run away from predators thousands of years ago is now being used by modern doctors to pull people back from the edge of death. So what is the ultimate lesson of adrenaline? It shows us that our bodies are capable of incredible, almost magical things when everything is on the line. It is a reminder of our deep, primal connection to nature. Next time you feel your heart pounding before an important moment, don't be afraid. Your body isn't failing you. It is just preparing you to be strong. It is your ancient inner protector waking up to make sure you succeed. Have you ever wondered why you can remember a scary or shocking event from years ago in perfect detail, but you completely forget what you ate for breakfast yesterday? This is another secret power of adrenaline. When you are in a high-stress situation, the flood of adrenaline signals your brain that this specific moment is extremely important for your survival. It works like a giant highlighter marker in your mind. The hormone activates a part of your brain called the hippocampus, which is responsible for creating long-term memories. Adrenaline literally forces your brain to freeze frame the moment, locking the sounds, smells, and visual details into your memory forever. Scientists call these flashbulb memories. This explains why people who survive dramatic events can remember the exact color of a car or the precise words someone said. But adrenaline isn't unique to humans. It is an ancient evolutionary tool shared by almost all animals on Earth. However, different creatures use it in fascinating ways. For example, when a cat faces a rival, adrenaline makes its furs stand directly on end. This is a biological trick to make the cat look much bigger and more terrifying to its enemy. In the animal kingdom, looking big can save your life without a fight. In some extreme cases, animals use adrenaline for ultimate defense. Consider the horned lizard. When cornered by a predator, a massive rush of adrenaline increases the blood pressure in its head so violently that the tiny blood vessels around its eyes literally burst. The lizard shoots a stream of foul-tasting blood directly from its eyes at the predator. It is a shocking, gross, but highly effective survival strategy powered entirely by adrenaline. Did you know that adrenaline can actually change the physical color of your skin? When the brain senses a crisis, it instantly commands blood to leave your skin and rush to your major muscles instead. Your body assumes you are about to get injured, so it minimizes blood flow to the surface to prevent severe bleeding. This biological defense mechanism is the exact reason why people become ghost white when they are deeply terrified. Even more fascinating is how adrenaline interacts with your vision. During a rush, your pupils dilate to their maximum size. This happens automatically to let as much light into your eyes as possible, improving your peripheral vision in the dark. However, this creates a bizarre side effect known as tunnel vision. You see what is directly in front of you with extreme, sharp focus, while everything on the sides completely blurs out. Can adrenaline actually make you immune to pain? In a way, yes. During a massive rush, your brain triggers the release of endorphins alongside adrenaline. These natural chemicals act as a temporary, super powerful painkiller. Soldiers in battle or athletes in major stadiums often break bones or suffer deep cuts without even noticing until the action stops. Your body literally masks the pain so you can keep moving. But here's the catch. Adrenaline is incredibly expensive for your body. Running on this biological rocket fuel requires a massive amount of energy. Once the storm passes, you enter the crash phase. Your glucose levels plummet, leaving you completely drained. This explains why, after a major scare or an intense roller coaster ride, you might suddenly feel a deep hunger, severe fatigue, or even start shaking uncontrollably. Interestingly, your body can even become conditioned to this cycle. Regular bursts of adrenaline expand your blood vessels over time, allowing your heart to pump blood even more efficiently during future emergencies. This means that facing your fears isn't just a mental victory, it is a physical upgrade. Each time you survive a high-stress moment, your cardiovascular system becomes slightly more resilient and prepared. Ultimately, adrenaline bridges the gap between our modern lives and our ancient roots. It is the ultimate survival tool, a chemical masterpiece that has kept humanity alive through ice ages, predators, and modern crises. It proves that within each of us lies a hidden reservoir of strength waiting to be unlocked. You are much stronger, faster, and more resilient than you think. Your biology is always ready to protect you.
Wow, that was an incredible journey. Learning English through science is so much fun, right? Now let's look at our final thoughts. Thank you for watching. If you loved this video, please like and subscribe. Share your stories in the comments below. See you next time. Bye!